First pitch at 10:01 here on a Tuesday morning. Justin Burris back with you here for the second games of this week as the Golden Bay Collegiate Softball League continues its summer action, and it is the Orange County Crush taking on the Ducktown Quacks as these two teams faced each other yesterday. The Crush winning 9-3 off of a couple of home runs, 3 in fact, and that will be Alyssa Deffelson starting the game and issuing a walk to Alessandra Colenso. The Quacks with Colenso leading off, followed by Izzy Phillips, who's digging in right now. Alyssa Donovan batting third. Grace Diaz in the 4-hole. Kate Hardy batting fifth. Presley Lawton 6th. Rain Althouse 7th. Reagan Johnson 8th. And Savannah Mitchell 9th. Deffelson pitching for the Crutch, throwing to Emma Foster. Infield comprised of Kayla McGee at first. Andrea Garcia at second. Riley Reeves at short. Tiana Johnson at third. Left to right has Avery Cordell. That's another ball. Macy Fuller in center. And Mariah Zapata in right. 2:18 down the left field line. 2:15 down the right field line on an overcast Tuesday. The clouds sticking in a lot more than they have the past couple days. That one to foul territory. Right side. McGee comes in and catches it on the other side of the line for out number 1. First pitch, a swing and a miss. Alyssa Donovan, strike one.
I'm forgetting what the fuck you do.
So ball in play, pop fly, batter out, foul out.
Yes.
Pop out, foul.
Yeah, great.
To be done, and then strike and swing and a miss. And that is a swing and a miss to make the count 0-2 against Alyssa Donovan, the first baseman. 1 on, 1 out, and that was outside for ball 1. Crush now 6-5-1. They're tied coming against the Salty Waves. Quacks 1-11 in the standings. The West Coast Wild at the top of the leaderboard and foul off to the right. To the left keeps Donovan alive. The Wild at 9-3. The Salty Waves 7-4-1. So the Crush with a win and a loss to the Waves. That's head high, 2-2. Would allow the Crush to come back in striking distance of the second spot. Deffelson haven't pitched in a couple games, but this will be her 9th start. 11th appearance, 5-4, 49 hits, 35 runs, 28 of which have been earned. That one reached for another foul. 17 walks to 28 strikeouts and a 5.026 ERA as that foul ball hit a car out there behind us. Hopefully it didn't dent anything. Deffelson outside, just misses the outer corner. Oh no, did catch it. And that will be strikeout number 1 for her. Out number 2 in the inning. And that will bring up Grace Diaz, the right fielder. Deffelson lasts through 2 innings against the Salty Waves at the end of last week. Swing and miss, strike 1 by Diaz. Getting the win in that first game on the 25th. 2 hits, no runs, a walk and a strikeout. Let's hit to short. Riley Reeves throws back across the diamond, and that's out number 3. And a hit and a walk with 2 strikeouts on the 26th for Deffelson. Her last appearance in 2 innings. So a leadoff walk goes for naught for the Quacks, who leave a runner on base. They will be looking to Savannah Mitchell for some quality innings here, as she is the only pitcher for the Quacks. So this one probably, most likely, and I believe was said earlier, going only 5 innings. So Savannah Mitchell, 27 2/3, 0-5, 48 hits, 32 runs, only 19 earned, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts for 4.80 ERA. She threw in yesterday's game. Did Mitchell, a game that saw the Crush launch 3 home runs. Tiana Johnson getting 2, Avery Cordell getting the other one. And the Quacks scored a couple of runs to start the game. We're ahead 2-0, ended up losing 9-3. Mitchell going all 5 innings, 10 hits, 9 runs all earned, a walk, and no strikeouts. She also through a combined 3 innings against the West Coast Wild over the 25th and 27th, giving up 2 hits, 2 runs, none earned, and 1 strikeout at the end of last week. She will be throwing to Presley Lawton behind the plate, the Oregon Duck taking her second starting trip behind home plate. At first base will be Alyssa Donovan, Kate Hardy at shortstop, combined with the second baseman Reagan Johnson making up the middle of the infield, and at third base, Rain Althouse. The left field position is held down by Alessandra Colenso to start. Izzy Phillips in center, and Grace Diaz is in right to open things defensively for the Quacks. Meanwhile, the order for the Crush: Macy Fuller leads off, followed by Riley Reeves, Avery Cordell batting third, Alyssa Deffelson 4, Tiana Johnson in the 5-hole, Emma Foster bats 6, Kayla McGee 7th, Andrea Garcia in the 8th spot, and Mariah Zapata cleans it up in the 9th hole. That will bring us to Macy Fuller. Shows bunt, taps it down, and kicks foul immediately.
I put a couple of the positions in while you were talking, but I didn't get the rest.
Sorry, I should have handed this to you.
Oh, good. I was trying to peek.
Oop. You're not in there.
That's right. Sometime.
Quick.
Probably not.
There you are. No. Come on. There we go. Where's that?
Ball in play, pitch.
So Macy Fuller steps up, hits it, and is a ground out to begin the day for Fuller. And Riley Reeves then smacks one for the first hit of today into left field. A solid whack off the bat of the Crush shortstop to get things going offensively for the designated home team. That brings up Avery Cordell. Her first home run yesterday, clearing center field. Outside for a ball. Cordell and Johnson getting their names on the home run list. Johnson, the first player to hit multiple yard shots. No one else in the Summer League has hit more than one until she did yesterday morning. And Cordell, it's a home run swing, but it's well foul. And finds pavement. And trainer KP has got quite a long run to track that one down, as it was towards the fire station. Cordell looking at a 1-1 count. Pops it up, that's tailing to left center field. Phillips, no. Colenso, yes, and it is out number 2. Looked like it could be trouble if the two running straight towards that spot, but Colenso, with the louder yell, calls off our compatriot from center field to make the catch. I'll bring up the pitcher, Deffelson, with her teammate from UC Davis, Reeves, on first. And Deffelson, first pitch swinging over the reach of the first baseman. Reagan Johnson backing up Donovan, flips it to her in time. Donovan went for the pop fly catch. It just went over her glove, but Johnson raced from her second base position behind the bag, glove scoop, and a flip to Donovan, who didn't have much distance to travel to get her foot back on the bag, and that will do it here in the bottom of the first. So we're through an inning, a hit, and a runner left on base. Each team has left one aboard, and we're headed to the top of the second. No score. Kate Hardy, first swing, launches it foul. Bouncing on the foul side of the line near the Vanguard home team bullpen. Kate Hardy enters today with a .346 average, with 9 hits, 1 double, 8 singles, 3 runs batted in. Never foul, almost in the same spot. 0-2 to Hardy. Clenzo took a walk to get the game going. They'll 3 up, 3 down for the Quacks after that. That stroke to right field, Zapata. Just a couple small steps to her right, out number 1. They'll bring up Presley Lawton, hitting .333, 8 singles and a triple for 9 hits and 27 at-bats. Takes the first pitch inside for ball 1. Defleson faced the Quacks in the first 2 games, as that's outer half, strike 1. Winning both games, giving up a combined 7 hits. Both of the runs earned against her coming on the second game on June 14th, getting 7 total strikeouts, 3 and then 4, and 1 walk in the first game. And then back on June 24th, 4 innings, another win, 4 hits, 3 runs earned, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. That one tapped foul, makes it 1-2. Defleson 3-0 against the Quacks in this summer series so far. Trying to keep that going. 1 out, 2-1. Lawton moves a hair back off the plate. The Aggie brings it home, same pitch. Inside fastball. Asked her before the game, and she said she's able to get it up in the high 50s, maybe touch the low 60s on the fastball. And the 3-1, low, grounded towards Reeves at short, and she tries to scoop it, and it's off her glove back to the pitcher. And
Is that an error on short? Yeah.
an error on Reeves puts 1 aboard. Brings up Rain Althouse. Hitting .097 with 2 singles and a triple and 31 at-bats. Looks at that one outside. Next one, foul. Left field. Into that bullpen again. Looks like the sun's going to try and peek through in the next 15 minutes or so. Yesterday it was sunny by this time. Today the overhanging clouds sticking around a little longer. That went back to the screen. That might have hit my little camera shield, and I think it held pretty good. Look at that. Oh, goody. The Fast Pitch United providing a couple cool camera rigs, and I don't want them to get damaged in any way. That's low outside for a ball. A ball and 2 strikes.
Did it hit the glass of the camera just at the bottom?
Might have, but yeah. Luckily, not that many have come back straight at the camera, as that's fouled to the screen. And for the amount that are fouled just like that to the screen, I was a little wary attaching this guy to the fence on the inside, but things have gone well so far. Pop up, and Foster Foch is going to get it, and it falls to the street, and luckily it goes foul after a truck had already passed through on the street behind us to the right. So Althouse seeing a number of pitches in this at-bat, getting towards 8 pitches thrown by Defleson. 1-2 again, another foul. Long engagement between these two. Another ball makes it 2-2. Lawton's going to get to second on a pass ball. So a runner in scoring position with an out now for Ducktown. 2-2. Althouse rips another foul on the left side this time.
Did I get that right?
This is pitch number 9 in the AB. And Althouse fouls it away. So that's now up to the 10th pitch. She's fouled a majority away. 2-2 becomes 3-2. Salthouse wisely doesn't chase the low pitch outside. Full count with Lawton second, 1 out. Here, top second. Never foul. So what can Deffelson throw? Get one past Althouse. Another swing. That's foul. It's in fair territory, and Foster looked first to her right before it went off to the left. And so she cannot slide in and make the catch. One of the longest here in the entire summer season. Althouse, another foul as it goes off the top of her bat, then off Foster, and then to the fencing in front of us here behind home plate. They get 15 pitches. A walk, Althouse. What a stand to earn a free trip. 2 on with 1 out for Reagan Johnson. Reagan Johnson takes a strike. 4 hits in 27 at-bats, hitting 148, 3 singles and a double, driven in 1, has scored 1, and could open the scoring with a hit, but that is a chase for her, making it 0-2. Couple of injuries dampening her first couple of years after high school. Trying to use this summer series to springboard her abilities back to what they were outside for a ball. Makes it 1-2. Hitting over 400 over in Utah as a senior in high school. Infield set. And it's a strike on the inner edge at the belt. Got her, strike 3. Second strikeout for Deffelson, second out in the inning. And it comes down to Savannah Mitchell to try and open the scoring for the Quacks here in the top of the second. Mitchell with 2 doubles and a single, hitting 115 and 26 at-bats. First pitch, chopped up in the air and sent back to the fencing, 0-1. Both teams with only 9 players. So this is the final hitter in the order for the Quacks. Back to the top of the lineup next, and Deffelson powers the fastball by 0-2. Two on, 2 out. Pop up in the air. Foster. That one going right back in over the screen. Had enough back English to just clear the top part of the fence, which bends back to try and keep those high ones from going up and over. I lost it when it went up in the air. Luckily, it didn't hit us.
Oh, he did.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Deffelson with back-to-back Ks will leave 2 aboard, an error and a walk. The highlight being 15 pitches that Althouse used to earn herself a free trip aboard. but the Quacks can't bring anyone around. Heading to the bottom of the second, no score. What a day for Tiana Johnson yesterday. 2 trips to the plate, 2 home runs over the left field fence. And she swings and hits that one left side. A base hit. 3 for 3 over the past 2 days. That's hit number 2 in the game for the Crush. And that is the 7th hit of the summer season for Johnson, who jumped up to 8 RBI yesterday with 2 3-run shots. Oh, Foster now hitting 440. Swains hits it right back up the middle. Back-to-back singles for the Crush. Foster picks up her 12th hit. All of them have been singles. Has driven in 4. Kayla McGee, next one in line, hitting 280 with 7 singles and 25 at-bats. She's driven in 6 runs and taken 6 walks. Shows bunt, tries to put it down, but it's off the very end of the bat, so it curtails foul immediately. 0-1. One of a handful of listed hometown out-of-staters across all 4 teams. Wants to put it down again, but Mitchell throws it high and away. A ball and a strike. Johnson at second, Foster at first. McGee has brought out the patriotic tape and swings, sends it to shallow center field. It's going to drop in. The throw, instead of going to second, is to third. It's off of Johnson, and she's in there safely. 3 straight singles for the Crush. And I thought that Phillips, as she came in, was going to throw to second because someone was there. Foster was a little slower to read that it was going to fall in. I thought they were going to throw there and get an out, make it a very long fielder's choice. That's outside for a ball on Andrea Garcia. Instead, they try and get the lead runner Johnson going to third, and the throw bounced short and then into the legs of Johnson. She skirted to a stop at third. Garcia, infield fly rule. Hardy is the one who does make the catch, but the infield fly rule sends Garcia back to the dugout for out number 1, bringing up Maria Zapata. Garcia with 4 singles and 27 at-bats, hitting 148. Zapata looking for her first base hit and 6 trips to the dish. Runners everywhere for the white-clad Crush. Zapata to second. Johnson will... it got past her. And that will allow her run to score. It's 1-0. She moved right in the way, or the umpire blocked what happened, so an error on her will be the first on the Quacks. Did you see?
No, it was like a right.
Okay, no. We'll give it that, and
Was
safe.
I thought it like bounced like past her. I wasn't sure if it was an error.
Well,
but I like barely could see it.
Really can't tell if Johnson, if it was off her glove or if it just leaked by her naturally for a single. That's a strike on the outer half to Fuller.
Return to top?
Yes.
Okay.
Regardless, it's 1-0 in favor of the Crush. The delivery. And Fuller hits it to shortstop. Hardy's going to throw home wildly. And that's going to allow Foster to score. Everyone else is safe. And a fielder's choice makes it 2-0.
I mean, that was close.
So fielder's choice. And then...
choice, and it went short to home.
Yeah. Two in and one out. Base is still loaded. Riley Reeves digs in with the right foot, takes a strike at the belt, outer half. 0-1. Riley stands as a 357 hitter. That's to center field. Johnson says she has it, does, and looks and walks the ball in to keep everyone there. So Reeves a long pop out. Now 1 for 2 with a single and a pop out. She has 10 hits in the summer, 7 singles, 3 doubles, has driven in 6, but is out number 2. Avery Cordell, 12 RBI, leading the league in runs batted in. A home run, a triple, 4 doubles, and 10 singles for 16 hits and 29 at-bats, seeing .552. On 1 hops to Lawton, a ball and no strikes. McGee is at third, Zapata at second, and Fuller at first for the Crush. 1-0. Cordell to right field. Is it going to drop? Yes, it's going to fall in again and get over the glove of the right fielder. Diaz 1, 2 runs are in, and Fuller scores to clear the bases. And another bad throw. Cordell is going to get to third. No. So that's going to be... Deffelson, foul territory left side, and Reynold House catches it in foul ground. 2 in the inning, but it's 5 runs across for the Crush. As we head to the top of the third, it is 5-0.
forward on it now. Like,
Top of the third, Defleson starts off a strike to Alessandra Colenso, who swings in the next pitch. That is back behind us. 0-2. Colenso entering the day, and she swings, and that is caught. So strike 3. A 190 hitter with 4 singles, 5 runs scored, 6 walks, and now 3 strikeouts on the summer for Colenso, who's now 0-1 after taking a walk her first time up. 4 strikeouts for Defleson. One slight change as Zapata is warming up. Looks like she's going to be pitching, and Presley Lawton has volunteered her services to act as the right fielder for the moment for the Crush. Strike 1 on Izzy Phillips, hitting .250 with 3 singles and 12 ABs. An RBI, 6 runs scored. An RBI, 1 run scored, a walk, and a strikeout. Melissa Defleson rolls one under the knees. 2 balls and a strike. Wind up. And that one just under the knees, so it's over the outer half. 3-1. Top of the order here for the Quacks, chasing 5. 1 out. Phillips and then Donovan. And Diaz, that one a little dribble left side, through between short and third. First hit of the game for the Quacks, and Phillips picks up her 4th. And the incoming freshman to Western Carolina. Now aboard for her 4th hit of the campaign was a Donovan, 276. 8 hits, all singles. First pitch foul. 5 runs batted in, 2 runs scored. 5 strikeouts on the season for the Menlo Oak. And that one is missing the rise ball. Moving too high. 1-1. Donovan waits on the changeup. Cordell running in. Dives, backhand catch. What a grab is Avery Cordell with a last moment burst. Launches herself up. Dives forward with the left hand. Grabs and holds on for out number 2. She had a lot of ground to cover and answered the question. Highlight dive for her. 2 gone, and a swing and foul tip, and Diaz sends it off the umpire's mask. Everyone seems okay. 0-1. Quacks are 5 for 6 stealing bases. Phillips has not made an attempt so far. Diaz of the regulars here for the Quacks, leading the way with a .375 average. That wild pitch will allow the runner to get to second. 12 hits, 1 double, 11 singles for Diaz, 5 driven in, 3 runs scored, 5 runs batted in, tied for the team lead. Outside, it missed. 2-1. Runner at second now for the Quacks, who could pull one back, trailing 5-0. Here in the top of the third. Diaz swings at a high fastball and is well under it. That one was face mask high. Makes it 2-2. Popped up, left side, Reeves going back, Cordell coming in, and on the run, Cordell's got it for out number 3. A hit and a runner left on base. The Quacks can't score, and we head to the bottom of the third. Still 5-0. Some crush-on-crush action now as Mariah Zapata will relieve Savannah Mitchell, who goes 2 innings, giving up 5 runs, so most of those I think are going to be unearned. In fact, only 1 is going to be earned. No walks and no strikeouts for Mitchell. Zapata, first pitch to Tiana Johnson, fastball outside for ball number 1. Zapata has now done this a couple times for a couple different teams, so her stats not complete on the Crush page, but 15 innings for the Crush. 4 starts, and Johnson, foul territory. Hardy running, can't catch up. 1-1. 1-1 is Zapata, 32 hits, 22 runs, 19 of which have been earned. 10 walks to 3 Ks at 8.86 ERA for the right-hander at Long Beach Community College. Looking for somewhere to call home, I'm sure. As I believe the sophomore at LBCC is out of time there. High for ball 2. Lawton now at first, Althouse at second, Johnson at third, Johnson at short, Hardy at third for the infield, with Delissa Donovan now behind the plate for the Quacks. 3 balls and a strike. 3-1 to the home run champ from yesterday, takes a walk. The 7th walk taken by Tiana Johnson in this summer season. Foster stands in, takes high, ball 1. Her 12th hit, her last time up of the summer. She was one of a handful of players hitting over 500 at one point. Went 0-4 yesterday. Going 0 for 3. Zapata brings the ball through from the right side. Foster to right field. It's going to drop in, and it's going to be a single. She's 2 for 2. And holding over at second is Johnson. 6 hits now in the game for the Crush as McGee returns to the plate. She picked up a knock her last time up. And there's strike 1. Crush doing everything yesterday via the home run. As that's a strike on the outer half. 0-2 on McGee. Crush using 10 hits to drive in those 9 runs. And delivery, that's foul straight to the screen. McGee going 0 for 2. So did Foster. It was the top part of the lineup. Of the bottom 5 hitters, only Juliet Verdugo got a single. And that one just tails off the plate at the moment of truth. 1-2. 2 3-run bombs for Johnson and 1 2-run shot for Cordell. McGee to the right side, pass to the glove of Lawton, and Althouse backs her up, similar to Johnson a couple innings ago. Lawton couldn't glove it, but the second baseman behind her picks it up, flips it to her. Out number 1. Runners go to second and third. Johnson at third. Foster at second for Garcia. 0 for 2 yesterday. Popped up to the shortstop, her first time up. Strike on the outer half. 0-1. Next one on its way. Donovan, great pick. That one hopped really close to her body. She got the glove right to where it hopped, picked it up, keeping the runners where they are. 1-1 with 1 out. 2 in scoring position, and Macy Fuller on deck. Delivery is outside. Strike on the outer half at the belt. One, two, swing and a miss. Strike 3 for out number 2. Zapata has her first K of the day. Macy Fuller had a single and a run scored yesterday. And reaches for that one. Comes up empty. 0-1. Looking to string 2 hits together. Had a hit yesterday. Ground out fielder's choice so far today. That's outside for a ball. Has had 2 two-game hitting streaks. Looking to make it 3. She went 3 for 3 on June 20th. All singles. That is her best performance of the summer so far. Line foul left side. 1-2. Zapata rolls forward. Fuller doesn't swing. No, confirmed, and that will be a 2-2 count. Next offering. Whoa. So Fuller sees the count go full. Riley Reeves on deck. 2 on, 2 out here in the bottom of the third. Delivery. Fuller takes a walk to load the bases. Oh, did you skip to the... Oh, wait, actually, sorry. Well, no. Oh, crap. Went too far. Shoot. Okay. And then do the same. Couple strikes. Strike, foul, strike, ball, foul, and foul, Walker.
Wait, and then ball.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay. And then that was a... We'll see.
Riley Reeves now at the plate. A chance to bust this one further ahead for the crush. 5 in and 3 on the base pass. Zapata offers it. Reeves right side towards Althouse. Fields it. Flips to second. And questions. And now they tag Fuller. And it turns into a fielder's choice. And everyone stopped because Fuller stopped on the base. Johnson had dropped the ball. The out umpire asked his compatriot behind the plate, who just kind of stood there. Fuller had taken a couple steps toward the dugout, thinking, well, the play is dead. And Johnson then runs over and tags her. Bails herself out of an error, and that will leave the bases loaded. So we head to the top of the 4th. 5-0 your score. So because it wasn't done on the force out, the run coming from third does score, making it 6-0 in favor of the Crush. Six runs on 6 hits, and now 3 left on base by the Crush. Kate Hardy takes the ball to start things off. A hit, 3 errors, and 4 left on base for the Quacks so far. Hardy yesterday with a hit and 2 at-bats and a walk. 1 for 2 and 2 times aboard. That one inside over the plate, 1-1. Hardy has a 3-game hitting streak on the 21st, 23rd, and 24th. McGee dives for a hard ground ball. It's off her glove, and an infield single for Hardy makes it 2 hits in the game for the Quacks.
Is that an error on first?
Single.
Just okay.
Because she dove
Yeah,
for it, and
yeah.
it was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Presley Lawton with a reach on an error her first time up. Hits that one straight down foul at her feet, 0-1. So Hardy now has back-to-back games with at least 1 hit. She's got 2 3 games in a row with at least 1 hit streaks. Lawton, that one straight to the screen, and that is a ball and a wild pitch to get Hardy to second. Lawton yesterday restarting her hitting ways, picking up a single and knocking in 2 on that knock. Had a 3-game hitting streak over the 21st, 23rd, and 24th. 5 hits in those 3 games. Low for a ball. Three balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. Makes it full. Leadoff hitter aboard for the Quacks here in the top of the 4th. We are playing 5, and they trail by 6. A walk puts 2 aboard. Third walk for Deffelson, who's also got 4 strikeouts. Aldhouse first pitch behind Foster. Can't quite get there in time. Dove a little too fast for the catcher to find it. That one inside, 1-1. Aldhouse with a walk. Her first time up. Yesterday, an RBI on a sac fly. Fastball powered well above Aldhouse's head, and Foster almost full extension to glove it. 2-1. The Aggie brings it home, chopper foul, level things at 2 apiece. Runners at first and second. Another ball. Full count. Second batter in a row to get to a 3-2 tally. Lawton worked a walk. Her second time aboard, but has not registered a true AB. Aldhouse with a foul. After her 15-pitch plate appearance, got herself a trip to first. Another foul is certainly not a surprise. Reagan Johnson on deck. Second payoff pitch, another walk. So Althouse seems to have a good eye for what Melissa Defleson is throwing out there in the circle. 2 times to the plate. 2 free passes to first. And Reagan Johnson again looking to rediscover form, and what better time than with the bases loaded and a 6-run deficit. Johnson with a strikeout, going 0 for 3 yesterday. Popped up, and it's an infield fly for out number 1. Brings up Savannah Mitchell. Savannah Mitchell swings at the first pitch, can't connect, and then looks at a ball. 1-1, 1 out, and 3 runners on the pond. Swing and miss, 1-2.
It is 6-0.
Alessandra Colenso on deck. Mitchell struck out her last time up, trying to help bring a run in. Chest high, 2-2. Defleson on its way under the knees. Makes the count full, 3-2. And the payoff pitch, Mitchell up and out. Hits the fence behind us that guards the police and fire yard for a foul. Mitchell will do it again. 3-2. And that will be a walk. It gets past Foster. It won't matter as the runner comes home. It is 6-1. And that is 3 walks in this frame for Defleson. RBI for Savannah Mitchell. As the bases were loaded, Mitchell picking up her 4th run batted in. Colenso high, another ball. She has yet to bat in a run in this summer. Took 2 walks yesterday, a walk and a strikeout here today. Another walk would bring in a run and an RBI for the lefty outfielder from the University of Laverne. That's 3 balls in a row. It's 2-0. On its way. Strike on the outer half, fastball. Just a smidge under the belt on the left half of the plate. 2-1, the only out being the infield fly from Johnson. Same pitch, same result. 2-2 to Colenso. Popped shallow right field. Zapata coming on, makes the catch, and maybe thought there was 2 outs, but runs it in, and no one tags and advances. A big second out for Defleson and company. Izzy Phillips, a single her last time up, and a foul out, 1 for 2. She's not here yesterday, so no stats for her in the 9-3 win by the Crush. Swings to the first pitch, that's towards second, and Reeves wants it, and Reeves has it. And Defleson works her way out of the jam as the Quacks leave 3 aboard, but they do score 1, and it's 6-1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Avery Cordell with the home run yesterday helped her to get the league leading 12th RBI. She's also trailing Alyssa Deffelson by 3 hits for top of the league. Deffelson with 19. Cordell and Savannah Gatewood of the Salty Waves next with 16. Cordell ahead of Gatewood by 3 now in the RBI department. Outside for a ball. She's 1 for 2 today with a flyout and a single. Cordell, one of the 4 in the 500 club. Maddie Lardizabal of the Wild was the 5th, but went 0 for the first time yesterday. 0 for 3 in the Wild defeat to the Waves. That's ball 2 to Cordell, 2-0. So her average dropped to 44. Ashley Wand, who's missed a couple games, is on there at a even Steven 500. Cordell, half swing and a lawn foul. Cordell, Deffelson, and Saskia Robb. The crush with 4 of the top 5 batting averages. And Robb, yesterday, getting 2 hits and 3 at-bats, including a triple and a double. Hitting 600 to lead the league.
What was that?
That's right.
Okay.
2 and 2 to Cordell. Make it full. Lefty-righty matchup. And Cordell. That hits a foul. Her home run yesterday ran her hitting streak up to 6 games. Over single her last time up, make it 7. She would have had 1 in every game except for the June 21st game. She did not get a hit, but a walk in 2 plate appearances, and she gets a walk here. Brings up Deffelson. Saw a run come across against her in the top half. Swings first pitch, foul straight back. Oh for 2 today. Could really use a hit. As she has had, as that is a pitch in the dirt, 1-1. She's had at least 1 in every game. As the Aggie, 19 hits in 12 games. Wind up, inside at the belt, 1-2. 6 runs batted in, and 3 triples is up there near the top of the Golden Bay Collegiate League. Good eye, ball outside. 2-2 of Cordell at first. Zapata on the way. That's the center, deep, and caught at the track. Clenzo tracking back and at the fence. Makes the snag again with most of the fences sometimes at least 10 feet beyond what some of the traditional softball fields are. That one could have been a home run anywhere else. Instead, Deffelson 0 for 3. Johnson, high fly ball left field, and Phillips near the line has got it. And after the leadoff walk, it's 2 flyouts for Zapata. Foster now might be back in the mix for the 500 club with her 13 hits in 27 plate appearances. Another knock here would get her to exactly 500 with 14 and 28. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes a strike on the inner half. 0-1 to Foster. 6-1. Bottom 4. Yeah, that's tip foul right side. Walton running towards the fence. Won't get there. That's what I thought. 0-2. On its way. One hopper. Foster almost wanted to uncork it, but bent down and didn't swing through. A ball and 2 strikes. Zapata outside, and Foster doesn't bite at that. 2-2. Wind up, low and inside. Foster comes back alive with a full count. Looking to get into a starting role over there at Howard in the spring of 26. Foster into right center field for at least a single. Cordell's going to go first to third, and they will throw to third, not in time, but Foster will stick at first. She is 3 for 3, and she is back to hitting 500. A walk and a single puts runners at the corners. McGee with a foul tip. 0-1. Foster had a 4-game hitting streak to start the summer. Had not gotten a hit in the past 2 games, so 3 for 3. That makes up for it. Kay McGee had 2 hits across the 19th and the 20th. 3 total hits, but back-to-back games of a hit. It hits that one deep to left center field. It's down. It's going to be a RBI single. The throw coming to third. It's an RBI double for Kayla McGee to make it 7-1. Another hit for McGee, who is 2 for 3 here on this Tuesday morning. That's a ball to Garcia, and her first extra base hit of this summer season. Tallies up a run, give her 7 driven in on 8 hits. Runners at second and third for Garcia. A strike on the inner half. 1-1. The offerings from Zapata. Same pitch, same strike called. So the run scored by the Quacks, answered by the RBI double by McGee. And low ball gets away from Donovan Foster. A couple steps down the line and returns post haste. Thinking that one was going to roll away from Donovan, who did well to keep it right in front of her. Foul. 2-2. Next one. A ball to make it 3-2. With Zapata pitching, Fuller is back on the on-deck circle as the lineup has gone from 9 to 8. But she has been playing in right field, so she's spending a lot of time in the field. An awkward strain from Garcia. She swung, hit it down, and it came back off of her. So we'll do it again, 3-2.
What was that?
high pitch, and Garcia got the bat almost straight up and down to hit it right about where her left shoulder was. Garcia backs out of the way. Zapata will walk her to juice the bases with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Fuller, a walk and 2 ground outs. Ball gets behind Donovan. Wild pitch, and the run scores. 8-1. So run in, and ever skipper to the backstop. McGee holds. She's at third. Garcia at second. Three and 1 to Fuller. Who takes a walk? It's back-to-back walks. Should go back to the top. Oh, undo, and and just like the wild pitch.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Riley Reeves, 1 for 3. 1 for 2 actually with a fielder's choice. Takes the ball upstairs. Bases loaded once again. The righty comes home. Reeves takes another one. Low and in. 2-0. Reeves leading tied with Savannah Gatewood as that's outside. And McGee dives back into third on a good throw by Donovan. So the ball was not caught by Hardy. Reeves and Gatewood tied with 22 quality at-bats to lead the league. Reeves had a 4-game hit streak interrupted on the 27th. Is back on a 2-gamer and looks at a 4-pitch walk. So another run scores an RBI for Reeves. And back around to Cordell. And through the lineup, the Crush have gone. Andrea Garcia at third, Macy Fuller at second, Riley Reeves at first, Reagan Johnson, couple claps, and Zapata will now face Cordell, who she walked to start this bottom of the 4th inning. You have 9, right? Yeah, great. And Cordell takes a strike right down Broadway, 0-1. Life for Alyssa Deflison and her continuing hitting streak. If Cordell can get aboard, and we could play the bottom of the 5th regardless of it being an 8-run differential at the moment. Time will tell. So that's low for a ball. Wind up. Check swing. 1 and 2. There's Everett for Cordell, 3 in, and right towards Johnson at short. It's off her glove. 1 run will score. Fuller's going to score, and Reeves is into third. Fourth error of the game for the Quacks. Runners at the corners. 11-1. Deffelson 0 for 3, just like Lardazabal, trying to avoid her first hitless game. That's a strike on the inner half. Lardazabal couldn't get it done yesterday. Ken Deffelson here in the bottom of the 4th. 5 in here in the 4th for the Crush. To left center field, tailing away from the center fielder. Clenzo, no! She runs over and squeezes it, and Deffelson 2 flyouts to center here in the 4th. And she might be going hitless, so it is 11-1 as we head to the top of the 5th.
Catcher, she's so interactive.
Top 5. Donovan swings at the first pitch. And a quick flip from Garcia has her out. 4-3. 1 gone. Grace Diaz will be the hitter. Donovan with a hit and run scored yesterday. Diaz, 2 hits, 2 runs scored. And the Crush had a plethora of runs in the first. It turned out to be 2.
Wait.
But a couple of hits in a row.
Donovan's not at bat. That was Donovan. Okay, thank you.
Wind up. Back to short. Reeves had to wait to hop in the glove, but still is able to make a quick transfer and zip it over to first in time for back-to-back ground outs. Donovan and Diaz 0 for 3. Kate Hardy 1 for 2 with a single. And it's going to be instead Maria Zapata. It's the order slightly rearranging here.
So we have Hardy at bat.
And just switch it back to Hardy.
Okay.
So it's a... don't know.
I'll find out.
Zapata looking at the pitch from Deffelson. Swing and a miss. ball and 2 strikes. Two outs here, top 5. That one is a fouled ball, and it gets over the fence. One, two, bowled under the knees. 2-2. The Waves and the Wild, top 2 teams in the standings, will take on each other again at 1 p.m. Yesterday, the Waves winning 2-0, keeping the Wild in check. Never foul. Two after the foul. Pitch on its way. Outside, 3-2. Zapata on a full count with Hardy on deck. An 11-1 game. 2 outs here, top 5. Delivery is a walk. So 6 walks to 4 strikeouts for Defleson as Kate Hardy enters again with a 1-for-2 day, single and a fly out. Had a single yesterday. First pitch. Throws are on the outer half, 0-1. Hardy now on a 2-game hitting streak, and she had a 3-game hitting streak over the 21st, 23rd, 24th. Fastball upstairs, missed, 1-1. The next one, just outside the plate. Can't catch the outer corner. Two and 1 count. Hardy looks at another ball. 3-1. Defleson trying to find the zone. Brings it. Hardy hits it high in the air. Cordell. Reeves yelling for it in foul territory. Might have given way to Cordell. Coming from behind her, might have had the better tack on the ball, but a long strike makes it a 3-2 count with Presley Lawton on deck. Foster putting up the sign. Here comes the delivery. And a walk as the riser does not tempt Hardy. Back-to-back walks. 7 in the morning game here for Defleson and Presley Lawton. 0 for 0, reach on the air and a walk. Check swing, appeal. And she did go around, so that is a 0-1 count. That one was down the middle, but a little too low for the umpire's liking. 1-1. Runners at first and second. Hardy at first. Zapata directly across from Lawton. Comes set, swing, Reeves fields it, throws to first, and it is a foot on the bag for McGee to get the out. And the umpire unclips the water. And that will do it. Your final score in this one, the Crush 11 and the Quacks 1. Quacks with 2 hits, 4 errors, and 9 runners left on base. Defleson's 7 walks to 4 strikeouts will take the win. improving to 6-4. Mitchell will take the loss and go to 0-6. One walk and one strikeout for her. And Zapata finish out with a couple of walks. For the Quacks, Clenzo walk, strikeout, flyout, 0 for 2. A single and 2 pop-outs for Phillips. Donovan, strikeout, flyout, ground out. Diaz 0 for 3. A single walk and a flyout for Hardy, 1 for 2. Walk, error, and a ground out, 0 for 1 was Lawton. 2 walks for Althouse, 0 for 0. Strikeout, pop-out for Reagan Johnson. Strikeout and a walk for Mitchell, 0 for 1, but an RBI for the starter. Meanwhile, for the Crush, Macy Fuller, 2 walks, 2 ground outs, or 1 ground out and fielder's choice, 0 for 1. Single walk at RBI and a pop-out and fielder's choice for Riley Reeves. Leaves her at 1 for 2. Single walk, reaching on an error, and a flyout for Avery Cordell, 1 for 2. Fortunately for Deflinson, her hitting streak is over. She went 0 for 4 in today's game. Tiana Johnson, a single walk and a flyout, 1 for 2. 3 for 3 was Emma Foster, back to hitting .500. A single, an RBI double, and a ground out for Kay McGee, 2 for 3. Pop-out, strikeout, and a walk for Garcia, 0 for 2. And Zapata took a walk as a member of the Quacks, and it reached on an error on the Crush side, 0 for 0. Justin Bird is saying thank you so much for watching in a game time about an hour and a half. We will be back here at 1 o'clock for the Waves and the Wild. Once again, your final score, Crush 11, Quacks 1. And we'll see you at 1 or see you tomorrow here on the Vanguard softball field.